All right, welcome back. Our first nourishing elixir was that tonic deep immunity with the chaga base. It was awesome, people loved it. This time we're gonna use a bodum and do what's called an infusion with our herbs. This is for a loose leaf tea, and in this case we're gonna do a kind of more uplifting, de-stressing, nervine, kind of nice atmosphere creating tea. This is called Atmospheri-Tea. Now it has some of my favorite ingredients. It's got the peppermint, gynostemma, lemongrass, holy basil, ginger, nettles, and elderflowers. It's just nice and gentle, a little bit of ginger spice in there, but also that kind of longevity, uplifting, de-stressing tea. Typically when you're doing a tea, it's 1 teaspoon per teacup. So we're gonna do a little dabble. About that, of our Atmospheri-Tea. I'm gonna fill this bodum full. Nice boiled water. For this one, we're gonna replan out what we're gonna add in. So we're gonna let this sit for about 10-15 minutes while it steeps, and we're gonna fill the blender with all our superfood goodness. In this case, I wanna use something called tocotrienols. This is a stabilized rice bran, and it's a high vitamin E content, but it also helps to blend the fats and the waters together. It's called an emulsifier. So we're gonna use a bit of that. Lucuma is another emulsifier. I really like working with this. It's a fruit out of Peru. Another one that I really like is the mucuna. Now, this is helpful for neurotransmitters, so it helps our brain development, memory retention, things like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and all these types of neurological conditions. So being a little bit ADD like I am, mucuna is a good one for me. Another one we're gonna add in is something called pine pollen. Now this is the pollen from a pine tree, and it's the male reproductive part of the pine tree. So it's got that androgen type of testosterone builder, but it also helps build energy and give us a little more energy. It's a high adaptogen and has that nourishing compounds to it. So since I got a pollen going, I might as well go with this green tea pollen. This on its own, we mix this up with a little hot water or almond milk or something, it's like a nourishing matchup. Totally awesome. But just a little different, not so much caffeine, a little more adaptogenic kind of function. So, and then lastly, I think for this drink, I still am gonna go with a mushroom. We're gonna add cordyceps. Now cordyceps is a uplifting energy drink. So this might be good for a little workout, but also just good for uplifting and de-stressing the body. So I'm gonna add in a 1/4 teaspoon cordyceps and a 1/4 teaspoon of the green tea pollen. Now with the pine pollen, I'm gonna add 2 of those in. 1, 2. We've got a bunch of pollens. We're gonna add in that stabilized rice protein, the tocotrienols. We call it toco for short. 2 good scoops of this. A little bit of lucuma. 1 good scoop of lucuma. We'll add 1.5. And then the mucuna. All right, got our powder blend. Here we go. We got our ultimate yummy raw island honey. And then 1 scoop of the coconut oil too. And a pinch of salt. We can add tinctures into this too. In this case, I've got our green spirits, which is kind of an uplifting green spirit combination. It's gonna add to that Atmospheri-Tea content. So 2 to 3 droppers of that. There we go. Now we're ready to go. All we're gonna do is add our tea. Like I said before, we wanna add about 1 liter to 1,200 mils of tea. This is gonna make about 3 cups. It's been about 10 minutes and our bodum is ready to go. Press down this tea and add it in. Have Vitamix on low. Perfect. See that? Let's give it a try. Now the beauty of these is that there's enough calorie content in them, there's enough nutrient content in them that you can go for about half a day. So usually I start my morning with one of these, a nice big frothy glass of it, and I'll go until about 11 or noon before I have a meal. Now the nice thing about this is that my digestion is not impaired, and yet I'm getting a lot of nutrients into my body, as well as the calorie content I need to move my body around in the day. So great way to start your day. Hope you try it at home, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Thanks for joining me in making some of these tonic elixirs. This is one of my favorite practices. I hope you try it at home. It's a great way to start your day. So, And if you like this video, please comment below, share with your friends, tell everybody you know. Thanks for joining me. You want to find out more content from us? Check out harmonicarts.ca or a whole slew of every place in social media you can find. Just hashtag Harmonic Arts. See you there. Ciao.